of nervous. Start breathing on me. We ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you all coming out to support this event, support Coach John Schlarman, Leanne, the family, and of course our football alumni. So anything you can do to promote this and promote this fundraiser for John, we greatly appreciate it. John kind of personified everything you want. He embodied everything that we're looking for in a Wildcat. He was, first of all, just a remarkable man, and he did it in his own little unique way. I've often talked about that a lot with, like, my father. He was a high school coach, just a simple man, did his job and loved what he did, but he had such a big effect on so many people, and John is a lot like that. As you know, he just he did his job, he did it in a quiet manner, but everybody knew what he stood for with his family, with his faith, and with the Wildcats. So it's great for us to be here today, spend some time, have some fun, see some alumni, and greatly appreciate you all covering it and supporting it.
Mark, I'm sure you guys were planning to honor John at the stadium some way, even before fans recently have started circulating some of their own ideas. Have you seen those? And what do you kind of think about
listen,
just the
thank you. And listen, all ideas are good. And again, I don't want to come off as a jerk here. Thank you for the, you know what I mean? But nobody needs to sign a petition. I think we do a pretty good job of honoring people and doing, you know what I mean, what we need to do. So we, Mitch Barnhart, myself, Dr. Capilouto, everybody realized the profound effect John had on the University of Kentucky and on people. We are, again, Doc does a great job, Mitch does a great job. You know, we will find the right way to honor him and to do that. Believe me, we love him, and again, the staff kind of came up with this idea for the golf tournament to help, raise some money for Leanne for their kids' college funds and things of that nature. So we will do things to help John, and he will not be forgotten. So.
Do you remember when you first heard, and Vince claims credit for the nickname the Great American? Do you remember hearing that for the first time?
I don't know Vince. Vince could claim a lot. But I actually may think it was Frank Buffano possibly. But I don't know. But yeah, the Great American, because that's just what we thought of him. He was just a great person, just great in all areas of his life, something we all strive to be, but generally fall short. But John was just a great person, and we all gave him that nickname before he was sick. So we thought of him that way before he ever came down with any cancer or anything.
There's been a lot of new coaches, a lot of new faces this year. The recent one, Chris Collins, what just stood out to you that made you think, okay, this is the guy?
Well, as you know, that position for me generally takes some time and finds the right person. I'm picky when it comes to that, and so I just went out and obviously gathered up names. You always have some ideas in place. I had some they may or may not come true or come to fruition, but you always have some ideas. And but Chris was somebody that I heard a lot of good things about. I didn't really know him personally, and took some time. I had to talk to him several times, but each time we talked to him, I came away more and more impressed.
Do you have a plan are you going to still emphasize recruiting Michigan now that Coach Stoops goes on? I know that Chris's ties are in different areas.
Yeah, different areas. We're starting to make some niches in some different areas ourselves and dive heavily into Tennessee and some other areas that we're starting to gain some ground. So we always kind of recalibrate and refocus on that. So Clink did a great job in Michigan and had some ties, but we have some other areas that we think we could focus in on. That doesn't mean we'll give up on it, but we could kind of take our focus maybe from there and spend some time somewhere else.
It's been a weird year for everyone, but you had high school kids back on campus yesterday. Do you sense like renewed energy, or right now we're kind of getting back to normal?
I do, just seeing you all, and I mean that. We haven't gotten together in a year and a half probably, and it's good to see everybody and do this in person again, and also with the players, I told them that. You know, that was one of the first things I told the players. Yes, it was great to see them, great to have them on campus. It's been too long, and you know, see some of their parents and things like that in the stands, and it felt a little bit normal, which was really good. And it is exciting. I think all of us are excited to get back to some normality.
What's Javon Bonight's status with the program?
He's suspended at this point in time, and I'll update you at a later time. He's been on a unpaid suspension since the time it happened.
How's Eric been? Just his transition around. It's gonna be hard for him, I would think, a little bit too.
Eric, you know what? Eric is the perfect fit. And I think everybody that spends any time around him will get a great feel for that, including our players. I mean, you know, he will always embrace the legacy of John Schlarman, you know, and with Leanne and with the family and with, but Eric is easily likable, you know, and he's the type of guy that has a great relationship. Much like John, people don't realize just because John was such a great guy and a good, you know, everybody is just perceived as easygoing, but John was really hard on the players and very demanding, and Eric is much the same. They may be different in their personalities, very different in their personalities, but it's the same way they build relationships with their players. And that's the bottom line. Players want to know you care about them, you invest in them, spend time with them, not just giving them the details and the technique on and off the field, but just the relationship piece and investing in them and spending time with them away from the field. They're very similar that way. Again, they could be different in their personalities, that's fine, but it's just about being good and being there for the players, and Eric is wonderful that way. He works unbelievably hard and has a great personality, so I don't anticipate that being a tough transition.
You talked about diving into different recruiting areas. I know you don't spend time combing the internet for your name, but this is the time of year when people start ranking things and people and coaches, and your name's popped up. In terms of recruiting and attention to the program, how does that kind of thing help Kentucky?
Well, if it does, it does. I mean, in terms of recruiting, in terms of perception of the program, that's fine. You know, again, you know, take a look at John and the way he built his legacy, right? All he did was grinded it out every day. You know, just did the best he could every day. And that's really not a coaching cliche when I said that. I said it day one. We've built it steadily. We're trying to do the right things over and over and over and over again, and that's what we try to do. We try to get better in certain areas every year, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I feel very good about the state of the program and where we're going. That doesn't mean we're there yet. We're certainly not, but we're going to work extremely hard. We're going to try to do it the right way.
Will Levis is on campus.
What's
I
that?
got to ask a quarterback question.
Yeah.
Will Levis is on campus.
Too late.
Nice try. Great.